Welcome! As we step into our beautiful later years, many of us notice something shifting. Our bodies, which we have known all our lives, start responding differently. You might be eating the same portions, staying active, yet you notice a change in your balance and your energy. It is not about a lack of willpower at all. It is simply that our bodies naturally change gears as we cross into our 50s and 60s. Our metabolism shifts, and our daily routines need to adapt gently. I want to share some vital insights with you today. There are 6 everyday habits that many of us believe are perfectly fine. We have been told for years by the media that these are good choices, but as we mature, these habits gently turn off our natural ability to process energy efficiently. Research points out that as we age, our bodies might process hundreds of fewer calories daily compared to our younger years. That difference can easily lead to unwanted changes if we are not paying attention. In our time together today, I will guide you through these 6 common missteps. We will count them down from number 6 to the number 1 hidden habit that I highly recommend you watch out for. And I will give you simple, actionable advice on how to adjust. Before we begin, I would love to know where you are joining from today. What has been your biggest hurdle when it comes to feeling energetic and maintaining your balance as you age? Please share your thoughts below in the comments. I always read your stories, and your experience might just be the exact wisdom someone else needs to hear today. Now, let us gently explore the 6th habit you should pay attention to. Number 6 is overlooking protein in your morning meal. I see this so often, and I completely understand why. For a very long time, a simple piece of toast, a small bowl of cereal, or a quick coffee felt like the right, light way to start the morning. It feels easy on the stomach, but I advise you to reconsider this gentle morning routine. When we age, our muscles need much more support to stay strong. Think of your muscles as the engine that keeps your energy running high. If that engine does not get the right fuel first thing in the morning, your body sends signals that it needs to slow down. I recommend adding a substantial amount of protein to your breakfast. Protein is the building block that keeps your muscles vibrant. Studies have shown that older adults who include a good portion of protein in the morning maintain better muscle tone and naturally process more energy throughout the day. Let me share a story about a lovely woman named Diane. She is in her late 60s. Diane always thought her light breakfast of coffee and plain toast was the absolute best choice. Yet, she felt completely drained by mid-morning and noticed her waistline changing. When she decided to try something new, she switched to a rich Greek yogurt with some fresh berries and a boiled egg. The change was wonderful. Her body responded beautifully. She gained her energy back, and she felt comfortable in her clothes again. When you do not give your body protein in the morning, it has to borrow energy from your own muscles. This gently slows your entire system down. So, pay attention to your morning plate. Adding an egg or some high-quality dairy can truly help you start your day with vitality and stable energy. Now let us talk about number 5, which is relying on packaged foods that claim to be low in fat. For decades, the media told us that fat was something to avoid at all costs. We learned to reach for boxes and containers proudly labeled as fat-free. But here is what is important to know. When companies remove the natural fat from food, they have to replace it with something else to make it taste good. Most of the time, they replace it with refined sugars and artificial additives. I highly recommend that you step away from these heavily processed items. When you consume these hidden sugars, your body experiences a rapid spike in energy, followed by a sharp drop. As we age, our natural hormones fluctuate, making it harder for our bodies to process these sudden sugar spikes gracefully. Instead of providing lasting energy, these sugars often turn straight into stored energy, particularly around the middle. Consider Helen, a wonderful woman who spent years carefully eating fat-free fruit yogurt every single day. She was trying so hard to make the right choice, but her energy was always low, and she felt frustrated. Once she understood this hidden trap, she simply switched to plain whole milk yogurt with its natural healthy fats. She did not change anything else. Her cravings faded away beautifully. She felt satisfied, and her body found its natural healthy balance again. I advise you to look closely at those labels. Real, whole foods with their natural healthy fats are deeply nourishing for an aging body. They keep your hormones calm, your mind clear, and your body balanced. Moving on to number 4. This is closely related to our morning discussion, but it extends to your entire day. It is the habit of simply not getting enough protein overall. Many of us grew up believing that smaller portions and tiny meals were the secret to staying light and healthy. We might have a slice of toast for breakfast, a tiny green salad for lunch, and maybe some crackers later on. But I want you to know that your body requires more support now, not less. As the years pass, your body naturally tends to lose muscle tone. Without enough protein throughout the day, your body simply cannot maintain its strength. It begins to feel tired, heavy, and slow. I have spoken with many people who thought this daily fatigue was just a normal part of getting older. But in so many cases, it is simply a lack of proper nourishment. Take Joyce, for example. She felt entirely depleted. By the late afternoon every single day, she felt achy and discouraged. But once she decided to add some high-quality protein to every meal, perhaps some chicken or lentils at lunch and a piece of fish at dinner, everything shifted. She felt as though a heavy fog had lifted from her mind. She regained strength in her legs, and she told me she finally felt like her body was her best friend again. Protein provides the essential signals your body needs to balance its energy naturally. I recommend that you make protein a priority at every meal. It is a simple adjustment. Instead of a plain bowl of soup, add some beans or a piece of lean meat. These small choices are wonderful investments in your long-term independence, your physical strength, and your daily joy. Let us gently transition to number 3, which involves something you might be doing in the evening. It is the habit of overeating healthy snacks, specifically nuts. We all know that nuts are wonderful for us. They are gifts from nature, full of wonderful fiber and heart-friendly elements. Because we know they are healthy, we sometimes keep a large bowl of them right on the table. But I advise you to pay close attention to portion sizes. Nuts are incredibly dense in energy. Just one small handful contains a significant amount of calories. It is so easy to sit down with a good book or your favorite television program and mindlessly enjoy handful after handful. Before you know it, you might have consumed more energy than a full, heavy meal, all disguised as a healthy habit. For older adults, this surplus energy is not processed as quickly as it used to be. It gently settles around the waistline. A large body of research shows that people who regularly snack on nuts without watching their portions tend to gain weight steadily over the years. I recommend treating nuts almost like a precious daily supplement. A small handful, just enough to fit comfortably in the center of your palm, is the perfect amount. This gives you all the wonderful benefits without overwhelming your system. If you like to snack slowly, try pairing that small handful of nuts with something light and refreshing, like slices of crisp apple or fresh cucumber. This will give you the satisfying crunch you desire while keeping your body perfectly balanced. This brings us to number 2. It is a very common choice that feels incredibly healthy, but often does the exact opposite. I'm talking about drinking fruit juices instead of pure water. Walk down any grocery store aisle, and you will see juices proudly displaying labels that promise health, vitamins, and pure fruit goodness. But here's what I want you to consider. When a fruit is squeezed into juice, the most important part is left behind. That part is the fiber. Fiber is nature's way of slowing down how quickly your body absorbs the natural sweetness of the fruit. When you drink a large glass of apple or orange juice, you are giving your body a sudden, massive rush of sugar without any of the protective fiber. For a mature body, this sudden rush is very difficult to manage. It overwhelms your system. This might help explain why so many people feel hungry shortly after a glass of juice. Take Margaret's experience. She was so proud of herself for avoiding sugary sodas. She drank a large glass of orange juice every morning, thinking it was the best thing for her wellness. Yet, she felt sluggish and could not reach her health goals. Once she replaced that juice with a glass of cool, refreshing water and chose to eat a whole, fresh orange instead, the transformation was beautiful. Her energy leveled out, and she felt completely refreshed. I advise you to make water your primary drink. Water hydrates your beautiful cells, keeps your mind clear, and gently flushes out what your body no longer needs. If you want flavor, simply add a slice of lemon or cucumber to your water. Eat your fruit whole, exactly the way nature intended, and let pure water be your daily true refreshment. And now we arrive at the number one hidden habit. It is something almost all of us do, especially as we gain more free time in our later years. It is sitting completely still for long, uninterrupted hours. It feels so relaxing to sit in a comfortable chair, read, watch a favorite show, or simply rest. But I want you to pay close attention to this. Our bodies were beautifully designed for movement. When you sit still for more than an hour or two, the wonderful mechanisms in your body that process energy begin to go to sleep. Your circulation slows down. The way your body handles the food you just ate becomes sluggish. This is one of the main reasons why so many older adults notice a sudden change in their waistline, even if their diet has not changed at all. Let us think about Linda. She had a wonderful retirement, spending her afternoons enjoying her favorite television programs for several hours straight. She could not figure out why she was feeling so heavy and tired. Then she learned about the power of gentle movement. She started setting a small timer. Every 30 minutes, she simply stood up. She walked to the kitchen, stretched her arms up high, and took a deep breath. Those 2 minutes of movement woke her body up again. It is truly that simple. I highly recommend that you do not sit for hours on end. You do not need to do heavy, tiring exercises. You just need to interrupt the sitting. Stand up during commercial breaks. Walk around the room while you talk on the telephone. These tiny moments of movement send a beautiful signal to your body that you are active, vibrant, and fully alive. So, my wonderful friends, we have explored these 6 silent habits today. Skipping protein in the morning, choosing low-fat packaged foods, not eating enough protein throughout the day, overeating healthy nuts, drinking juices instead of water, and sitting still for too long. They seem like such small things, but together they paint a picture of how we treat our bodies. The most beautiful part of this is that you have complete control. Every single one of these habits is completely in your hands to change. By choosing wholesome protein, enjoying natural healthy fats, watching your snack portions, drinking pure water, and standing up to stretch throughout the day, you are actively choosing vitality. You are supporting your independence and your daily well-being. I would love to hear from you now. Which of these small habits do you think you might try to change starting today? Please leave a comment down below. I will be reading through them, and your commitment might just inspire someone else in our community to take a positive step today. If you found value in our time together, please hit the like button so this message can reach more people who might need it. Share this with your friends, and make sure to subscribe so we can continue to share this journey together. Your body is a wonderful companion, and it responds beautifully to the good choices you make. Thank you so much for spending your time with me today.